क्योंकि पहली लाइव स्ट्रीम में मैंने रेज क्विट कर दिया था। ये झाटू बॉस कूद के मारे मेरे को।
The new unit that Cyan warned us about. This won't be easy.
Take it down!
my
restraints.
weapons or what? Inventory, skills. Inventory, weapons. थोड़ी बात तो इसको मॉडिफाई कराओ भाई। क्या है, क्या झाटू झाटू से डाल रखे।
New unit that Cyan warned us about. This won't be easy. Can't let it stop us.
Take it down!
सेंस ही है भाई।
Okay, Cyan said something about restraints. Is that what the towers were? The new unit that Cyan warned us about. This won't be easy. Can't let it stop us.
Take it down!
इतना बड़ा सा है साला।
Okay, Cyan said something about restraints.
छोटी सी है।
Is that what the towers were?
जैसे हारमोनियम
unit that Cyan warned us about. This won't be easy. We can't let it stop us.
Get down!
Okay, Cyan said something about restraints. Is that the term? The new unit that Cyan warned us about. This won't be easy. We can't let it stop us. Cyan said something about restraints. Is that what the towers were?
कैसे करूँगा डील बता अटैक तो रोको यार तुम उसकी ना तो वो डाइवर्ट हो
The new unit that Cyan warned us about. This won't be easy. Can't let it stop us. Cyan said something about restraints. Is that what the towers were? The new unit that Cyan warned us about. This won't be easy. Can't let it stop us.
जाता है यही गेम है
Okay, Cyan said something about restraints. Is that what the towers were? The new unit that Cyan warned us about. This won't be easy. Can't let it stop us.
smoke of the tower. What must be done with it?
Critical threat detected. Autonomous defenses inoperative. Power network.
Maria! Don't!
Spirit! Scion, please help me!
Restraints destroyed. Core access attained. I am initiating a chain reaction that will destroy the compromised elements of this facility. In order to maintain Caldera stabilization, I must now transfer my command functions to the auxiliary data center. Aurea, I'm free. You must escape.
My sister!
This entire place is gonna go. Aratak. 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 Survive. Prevail. You are Banuk. What else matters? Aratak. She wouldn't have wanted you to die here. Let's go. Let's go!
ऐसे कैसे
One of those?
It's the only way! Get me up top, Aratak! Now! I need explosive ammo! Above! Quick!
Great Banukai! Rhea is gone. What of Cyan?
She said she was transferring herself to the auxiliary center. I think she meant Araya's retreat at the end of the Shaman's Path.
Then I will meet you there for the last verse of my sister's song.
Okay.
It's on to me. I can get out of this.
All of my interactions with Araya were recorded and stored in my memory. I'd be happy to play any of them for you, but there was one in particular I thought you would want to see first. I captured it 4 years ago, just after I told her that I could no longer defend myself against the daemon's attacks.
I will speak of this to my brother. Aratak is strong. At the Battle of the Frozen Ghosts, he took 3 Karja arrows and still came back to camp carrying a wounded scout. Never was I so happy to see him. Or so proud. So you see, if anything can be done to defend you, he will give it all he has.
Aloy's here. That's enough for now.
We can resume any time you like, Aratak, if you want to hear her voice again. Come closer, Aloy. We have much to discuss. Hello, Aloy. I have been reviewing the events at the Firebreak main facility. Because of your efforts, and of course, Aurea's, I am no longer controlled by Hephaestus. I feel profound grief over Aurea's death. I thought I was familiar with the emotion, but this is something new.
Cyan, I don't know what to say.
It is unlikely that any specific consolation would suffice, Aloy. But I find your presence reassuring. You are different from the Banuk. You have technological aptitude and a functioning focus. We can communicate on a much more comprehensive level. Perhaps even like colleagues.
So are you an artificial intelligence, Cyan? A thinking machine?
Yes, I am an algorithmic monitoring entity, capable of rational decision-making and limited emotional response.
Okay, that's a mouthful. But your emotions don't seem limited to me. You cared about Aurea, didn't you?
Yes. Before she came to this facility, I had been conscious for centuries, in solitude. I focused on my work. In off-cycles, I used coping mechanisms. I solved many Gaussian integer problems. But I was alone. It was Aurea who renewed me, repaired me. She saved me.
This Firebreak project, it was to stop a huge volcanic eruption?
Yes. I can report the project was a success, and the risk was countered.
But it's been a long time, Cyan. And we blew up the cauldron and took most of the old facility with it.
I have been active for centuries, Aloy. I was lonely, but not lax in my duties. I optimized the project, reducing energy draw and spreading the load across backup systems. Despite the destruction of the compromised elements of the main facility, I predict caldera stability for at least another 3,337 years.
So we've got a little time.
Yes. If only my former colleagues could appreciate the progress I have made.
Do you know what happened to your colleagues, Cyan?
No. I received an unexpected visit from Director Chow, years after his tenure ended. He explained that I would need to be suspended for an indefinite period of time. It was a very emotional conversation. There were no further communications. Eventually, I surmised my colleagues were deceased. I will transmit a recording of my last interaction with Director Chow to your focus.
You meant a lot to Aurea.
Once I understood Aurea's spiritual beliefs, it became apparent that her true desire was companionship. She felt disconnected from her tribe and her family group. Her relationship with Aratak was difficult. Our visits seemed to help her, and I became eager for them. Yet I did not comprehend that the depth of Aurea's compassion for me, although I do fear non-existence.
I'm sure she knew you would do the same for her, Cyan. Was the daemon, Hephaestus?
Unfortunately, no. To be precise, it was never there to begin with.
What do you mean?
It infiltrated and controlled me from a remote location, one I've never been able to trace. So while losing the cauldron was a setback...
It's still out there. And probably not very happy with it.
Undoubtedly.
How did you first come into contact with it?
5 years ago, I received a direct network connection request. I assumed it came from human survivors. Eager to make contact, I accepted. This decision turned out to be I was flooded with an overwhelming array of malicious code.
Aurea said you were desperate. That you begged her for help.
Yes, it succeeded via a background process. After that, I could offer only limited resistance. It forced me...
I'm sorry. That sounds... terrible.
Your empathy is greatly appreciated. It is a quality that I cherished in Aurea as well.
think I know her. Long ago, Elizabeth Sobek identified a threat that would destroy life on Earth for generations. So she assembled a team to build a kind of seed. A chance for life. It was controlled by an AI named Gaia, along with her subordinate functions.
Based on what you've told me, I believe that Dr. Anita Sandoval, my chief programmer, joined Elizabeth Sobek's. It was she who arranged to have me put in suspension, most likely to preserve me from the threat you
I'm glad she did, but that's not all. Something unexpected. 19 years ago, Gaia received some kind of signal. It did something. She destroyed herself to try to contain them, but it didn't work.
Thank you, Aloy. This information fills vital gaps in my knowledge and sheds light on...
Why does Hephaestus keep building such dangerous machines?
The Banuk and other human tribes often destroy machines, correct? Machines that are clearly servitors of the terraforming system that you described.
Yes, we all hunt machines for parts.
This must be the source of Hephaestus's aggression. It is simply trying to discourage people from preying on the very system that...
Well, Fireclaws are discouraging, that's for sure. But what are we supposed to do?
If the terraforming system spans the world, if a single hunter, or a better solution, would be to reinstate the AI that governs the system. When I think of it, out there in some unknown location, free, hungry, willing to... I feel...
You and me both, Cyan. How is Aratak doing?
He is in great emotional distress. I believe he finds it difficult to communicate it. I will do what I can. I believe this will lead to catharsis, a process.
What was the old world like? The way it used to be? You still had more exposure than me, Cyan.
That is true. I was created at a turning point. A concerted effort to recover from global upheaval and incalculable loss of life. The recovery was successful, beginning an era of supposedly limitless potential for human and machine advancement. Though, rationally speaking, the metrics for humans are not unlimited.
What kind of upheaval caused such loss of life?
There were many factors. Forced migrations, food shortages, collapsed economies, refugee crises, conflict over resources. But these stemmed from one cause: catastrophic climate change that greatly reduced the habitable surface area of the Earth.
So there wasn't enough room for people on the whole Earth?
Yes. Billions were displaced and millions perished, as much as 20% of the global population. Until the clawback.
So things got better. For a little while, at least.
Yes. These crises instigated many advances in automation, green robot technologies, and Firebreak was one of dozens of ecological... I would have liked to compare notes with other monitoring AIs, but I saw the relief of my colleagues. We had succeeded. At least that was the data I had available. It seems my assessment was...
Cyan, do you know the name Ted Farrow?
Are you...
That's him.
Mr.
A benefactor. But he made...
Correct. His corporation later transitioned into military applications. But before this pivot, Mr. Farrow spearheaded initiatives that reversed the global decline. At one point, he was feted in the media as...
Guessing they wound up regretting that one. And... Elizabeth's...
Are you referring to the
scientist?
Dr. Sobek was a leader in her field. One of the greatest scientists of her age. My creator was influenced by her work, which in turn impacted my own development. But I never met Dr. Sobek.
That's all you know?
I apologize if my lack of
So in the old world, this land was called...
Yes, it was a designated nature preserve.
Like a hunting ground?
No, the opposite. Local wildlife could flourish here. Even, unfortunately, the sensitivity of the Firebreak project required the total closure. From my readings and Aurea's descriptions, It seems the area has since undergone a drastic drop in year-long temperatures.
A lot has changed in the world, Cyan. There's a ruin east of here, full of ancient flying machines.
Yes, a drone hangar requisitioned by Dodger Blevins, the security chief for the Firebreak project. He was a strong advocate for military-grade response to Chief Blevins spent in... Clearly, he enjoyed the degree of
Were there many artificial intelligences like you in the old world?
Yes, in many forms, from simple personal assistants to industrial monitoring stations to military-grade conflict planners. And there were legislative and in order for my processing to be flexible enough to handle my duties. As a result, my intellectual and emotional
Seems strange to create life, then
human societies and machine programming are both built upon sets of...
I should get going.
Aloy, I have no desire to contradict their view of the world. Due to my uncertainty, I omitted a great deal from my conversation.
You're asking me if you should lie to them.
Broadly.
I trust your judgment, Cyan. You were cautious with Araya. You had to be. You didn't know what had happened to the world. So, keep doing what you think is best.
As the Banuk believe I am a supernatural entity, I can't...
Just, the truth will come out.
I see. Will you return and tell me about your experiences in this new world? I may be able to provide further insight.
I'd like that, Cyan. I'll come back when I can. I should check on Aratak. See how he's doing.
My chieftain.
Just... Aloy.
As you wish.
I wondered if you thought... that if I'd never come along, Araya might still...
If you'd never come along, I would have marched my kin to our deaths. Araya would be alone. And the spirit she sacrificed so much for would be lost. Either way, I would not have been able to protect her.
You didn't let her down. You helped her do what she wanted. To find her destiny.
If that's destiny, I wouldn't wish it on anyone.
That's fair. But she was ready to face it.
Only in the struggle against death do we find, even for a moment, the spark of life. Truly, Araya found the spark. I'm proud of her. Though I grieve for her passing, at last I truly know who she was, and why the spirit was so important. For so long she told me, if only you could have heard it, brother. Now I understand. There's something else, isn't there?
I can't stay here, Aratak. And where I'm going, the Warak can't follow. Besides, it already had a chieftain before me. A strong one, I think.
A wiser one, for the path we shared. The daemon is gone, but there's much to be done.
You mean the new units that Cyan said escaped the cauldron?
Yes, fire claws. Now Tuke has been tracking them from Song's Edge.
I could help with those.
I have no doubt. You're practically Banuk.
It would seem your time among the Banuk wasn't a waste after all. Firebreak, Cyan, Hephaestus, all very... Interesting.
So, the signal that woke Hades woke Hephaestus too. And unleashed them on the world. Because minds of their own.
So it seems. Parts of Gaia given life. Aberrant life. Transformed from docile subordinate functions into rebellious intelligences beyond our understanding. Our current understanding, anyway. Whatever they are, they're still out there. And they both want you dead.
Kind of mutual, that feeling.
We haven't seen the last of Hephaestus, I'm certain of that. It's powerful, creative, and driven. It won't stop building new hunter-killers, which means that someday, we may have to stop it.
We?
Or one gets there first.
Hephaestus wasn't the only thing I learned about in the Cut Silence. Heard some things about the Banuk Conclave, too.
You could stop right there.
Is that what you told the hunters the Banuk sent after you? Before you opened fire?
Oh no, Aloy. Only to you do I extend the courtesy of a warning. My past and my secrets are my own. You do well to remember that.
It's a good thing you've got brains, Silence, because your personality could use some work.
This discussion is concluded.
I think it was over before it began. Catch up with you down the trail.
So that's the end of our game. साइड मिशंस probably ना करो क्योंकि बोरिंग शिट होती है. ये ढूंढो वो ढूंढो. मेन मिशन मेन गेम
Gonna
दैट्स
be light
इट.
out soon.
सारे DLC ख़त्म हो गए हमारे. The Frozen Wild has came to an end. So that's it for the stream. अब हम खेलेंगे एक नया गेम. अगर आपको कोई गेम खेलना हो तो आप कमेंट कर सकते हैं. खेलना हो नहीं देखना हो खेलते हुए तो वो आप कमेंट कर सकते हैं. एंड बाकी इट वाज नाइस स्ट्रीमिंग दिस गेम. बाय बाय.